What use are your spectacles, my friend, if you cannot see that Dolohov is your wife's lover?
I'm going out to some friends.
Couldn't you have stayed at home?
You're going to a party. Why shouldn't I?
It's not a party, it's a banquet in honor of General Kutuzov.
Well, doubtless you'll enjoy it. Count Rostov always manages these things very well. Since the banquet is for men only, I can see no reason to sit here alone until you get back.
Will you be home late?
Probably. You needn't wait up.
Dolohov will be there. At the banquet.
I know.
I thought of asking him back for a drink.
Do as you please.
I thought he amused you.
He does, but I'm not dependent upon it. You may give him my regards when you see him. Good night.
Excuse me.
Now it seems, Colonel, we must make peace with the French.
Yes, Count, we will make peace, but it will be an honorable one, because Napoleon knows that despite Austerlitz, that our great Russian army was not defeated, only deserted.
Absolute mincemeat.
The French cavalry are every bit as good as us. I give you a toast to the French cavalry.
Now, let's drink to something a little more civil now. What about, the husbands of all pretty women?
Yes, much better. I'll drink to that.
Won't you drink to that, Count?
I don't think he heard you.
I say, Count, we're drinking to the husbands of all pretty women.
Is it true? Is he really my wife's lover? I don't know. But he's trying to provoke me. Well, I won't be provoked. He'd enjoy killing me because he's a bully. He thinks I'm afraid of him. Well, I am. I am.
I would have thought you'd have drunk to that, Count.
Civilians never look on husbands the same way that soldiers do.
My friends, tonight we honor a man who has given his whole life in the service of our country. A soldier, before whose stern demeanor the enemies of our country have ever quailed. And a prayer, of course, to His Excellency Mikhail Illarionovich Kutuzov. But before we drink his health, our local poet, Narishkin, has composed a short poem in his honor, which I beg you, General, to hear. It conveys far better than I could the true feelings of us all on this memorable occasion. Narishkin.
Verse is to commemorate the banquet given by Count Rostov in honor of His Excellency Mikhail Illarionovich Kutuzov, March 1806. Be thou the pride of Alexander's reign. Make by thy efforts our land a haven. Live thy deeds till memory wane of Austerlitz and Schöngraben. Tremble, proud and haughty Bonaparte. Tremble in consternation. Kutuzov is the living heart of our holy Russian nation.
Holy Let us drink to the hero of the last campaign, Mikhail Illarionovich Kutuzov.
What's the matter with you? Get on your feet!
To Russia's greatest soldier.
Well, where should we go afterwards, eh? Zeidel's place. The girls are pretty there. Dolohov, are you coming?
No, I have an appointment with a lady.
Married, of course.
Of course.
And which?
Naturally.
Pretty?
Couldn't be sweeter. As a matter of fact, our husband is here tonight. He's a very good friend of mine.
Oh, you tickle his fancy then, one might say.
Regularly.
Soldiers have priority here, I think.
I dare you! I challenge you! I challenge you!
Of our sovereign. Huzzah!
Accept.
I should not be doing my duty, Count, if I did not speak the truth. I consider this affair has not sufficient grounds to warrant the shedding of blood. You were in the wrong. You lost your temper.
Yes, I agree. It was my fault.
You know, it's far more honourable to admit one's mistake than to allow things to proceed to the irrevocable. Apart from which, the man's a noted duellist. Allow me to express your regrets.
What?
Allow me to confer.
No. What is there to talk about? It doesn't matter anyway. Where's the pistol?
Didn't mean it, Fadia. Let me ask him for an apology. No apologies, none. Except the swords.
Yes, I understand. It's only I'd forgotten.
You may advance as far as your own sword and fire at will, but you must not, under any circumstances, go beyond your sword.
Yes, I understand.
Since the adversaries refuse a reconciliation, we may proceed. Take your pistols, and at the word 3, advance. 1, 2, 3!
Keep away, it's not over. Keep back! It's not over.
Cover yourself! Turn sideways!
Madness. Death and lies. All death and lies.
Oh, God, I missed him. Doesn't matter. It's twice within a month. First your cousin and then him. Damn them. This will kill her, Rostov.
Can't I spit some water?
My mother. Oh, God, take me home, Rostov. Take me home.
I've killed him. I've killed my wife's lover. Yes, that's what I've done. But why? How did it come to this? Because I married her, and I never loved her. Why do these things happen? I don't know. I don't know how I came to marry her or anything. Things just seem to happen. But now I've made it worse. I've killed a man in an affair of honor. But it was all jealousy. And for a depraved woman. Yes. That's what she is. I know that now. What have I done?
What on earth did you imagine you were doing? Playing the hero?
No, not at all.
What were you hoping to prove? That he was my lover? You believe everything you're told, don't you? Well, you have made a laughingstock of both of us. Everybody will think that you were drunk, that you challenged a man you were jealous of for no reason.
It wasn't like that at all.
And why did you think he was my lover? Because I like his company? If you had more about you, I might have preferred yours.
Please don't speak to me.
Who else should I speak to? Oh, fortunately for you, he's not dead. Or else I should have enjoyed watching the consequences.
I think we should part, yes.
Wonderful. Nothing could make me happier. But you'll provide for me. You don't imagine you can just shrug me off, do you?
Please, go!
I'll be glad to. Living with you has been the embarrassment of my life.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you! Get out of my sight! Get out!
How's your friend today, Count?
He's much better, Prokofiev, thank you. The doctor called while I was there, pronounced the wound finally clean.
Thank God. Thank God, sir. The young ones are in the drawing room, as you can hear.
God, I love them. Why do I love them so? Natasha and Sonia, little Petya, Mama and Papa, yes, even Vera, all of them. And this house. Look at me weeping. For what? It's so silly and sentimental. Dolohov would laugh. Well, let him. What are men like Dolohov compared with them? Nothing. Nothing.
Oh, Natalie, I love you. Marry me, please.
Oh, Mama, he's done it. He's done it.
Done what?
Proposed. Denisov's made me an offer.
Don't talk nonsense.
I'm not. He did ask Sonia.
Well, then he's a donkey, that's all I can say.
Oh, he's not. Oh, what a thing to say, Mama. He's in love with me.
Oh, you're all in love these days.
Oh, don't say that. It's serious.
Well, if you're in love with him, go and marry him.
But I'm not in love with him. But it was serious, though I don't think he meant to say it.
You mean it was seriously unintended? You better go and refuse him.
How? What shall I say?
Do you want me to come and do it?
No, I'll do it myself. Only tell me what to say.
Simply say that you're honoured by his proposal, but you must refuse him.
Oh, I feel so sorry for him.
Don't marry a man because you feel sorry for him.
But he's so nice. I like him.
Then accept him. High time you were married anyway.
Oh, Mama, tell me what to say.
I'll tell him myself.
Oh. Be nice to him.
Vasily Dmitrievich, I thank you for the honour you do us, but my daughter is too young.
I know it, Countess.
And I would have thought, as my son's friend, you would have addressed yourself to me first.
Oh, Countess, I have acted wrongly. But pray believe me, I so adore your daughter. And your whole family. Well, I was intending to return to my regiment with your son next week, but I'll go tomorrow.
There's no need, Vasily Dmitrievich.
You're very kind. But I should prefer it. Goodbye. Countess.
I do apologize, Count, but I assure you the horses will be
Yes,
here soon.
yes.
We've had such a demand for them, so many travellers.
Get them as soon as you can,
Oh, yes, Count, of course. If they have not arrived within the hour, I shall let you have the horses reserved for the mail. But I'm not supposed to, as you will understand. Can I get you something to eat?
No, thank you. Get them as soon as possible. I want to be in Petersburg as soon as night is over.
Oh, yes, Count, of course, of course.
He seems to be short of horses.
Yes, or pretending to be. Have you been here long?
About an hour. Still, you'll be more fortunate than I. You'll get the post horses if necessary.
Yes. He judges me for a larger tip than you.
Probably. You are Count Bezukhov, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes? Forgive me, have we met?
You were pointed out to me at a reception in Moscow once, but we never actually met. I feel for you deeply. I have, of course, heard of you and the misfortune that has befallen you. You are unhappy. If you feel averse to talking to me, please say so, my dear sir.
No. It's better to pass the time in company.
I felt simply a desire to hold out a brotherly hand to you. I belong to an order that believes in that.
Are you a Mason?
Yes, I belong to the Brotherhood of Freemasons. And in their name and in my own, I hold out to you a brotherly hand.
Thank you. Well, I'm afraid, how shall I put it? I'm afraid my way of thinking in regard to the whole theory of the universe is so opposed to yours that we may not understand each other.
Do you think your way may really be described as a way of thinking about the universe?
Yes, I think so.
Well, surely it is nothing more than a melancholy delusion.
Yes, perhaps yours is also.
Perhaps. But think, the whole truth, when we perceive it, is something we must feel inside us. When it is known, the feeling will be intense. Do you feel your way of thinking about the universe an intense perception? Yet you are a searcher after truth. And you say you have a way of thinking quite opposed to mine, and yet you do not feel it intensely. If it were the truth, do you not think you would?
Well, one may feel a delusion as intensely as one may feel the truth.
Yet it would be intensely felt. Your way of thinking about the universe is no more intensely felt by you than your way of playing cards or your way of dressing. So, You have a way of life which you can put against mine and say it is equally valid. But examine your own life, my dear sir. How have you spent it? In debauchery, taking everything and giving nothing. You've inherited great wealth. What have you done for your fellow man? What have you done for your serfs? You've profited by their toil to lead a dissipated life. You married a young woman and gave her no guidance or help. Oh. A man offends you, and you shoot him. And yet you are not happy. Where, then, is your way of thinking about the universe? Where does it come in?
I don't know.
What is the use of a way of thinking about the universe that excludes God?
I cannot believe in God.
You do not know him. That is why you are unhappy. He exists. But to understand him is hard.
How can you know he exists? How can I ever know it when my mind denies it?
It is not the mind that comprehends God. It is life that makes us understand.
How is it then that human reason cannot attain this knowledge?
The mind can know only what it suits the mind by its nature to know. The mind was never intended to be the gateway to this knowledge. Supreme wisdom is like the pure dew. Can you receive this pure dew into an unclean vessel and then judge of its purity? No. First, there must be inner purification of the vessel.
Yes, that's true. I can see that.
The intellectual knowledge of the world is divided into the science of physics, chemistry, history, and so on, because this is the way the mind must work. But supreme wisdom is one, the science of all. To receive this wisdom, one must first purify the inner vessel that is to take it.
How?
You are not satisfied with your life.
I hate my life.
Then change it. There are two ways, they go hand in hand. One is to meditate and think of one's life and change it from within. The other is to begin by doing good works. For the outer doing has an inward effect and hastens the process of purification.
Yes. There are many things I could do on my estates. Build hospitals and schools. Lighten the daily toil. Why have I not thought of these things before then? Tell me. Why?
The horses are ready, sir.
Oh, thank you.
I shall harness up the courier horses for you, sir, though it's against the rules.
Thank you. Well, I thank you, sir, for your conversation.
You are going to Petersburg?
Yes, perhaps we could meet. I feel you could help me, as I
Help
need.
is given from God alone. But such measure of aid as is in the power of our brotherhood to give, you shall have. I, unfortunately, am old and in retirement, but I shall send someone to call on you who will bring you within our craft. And now I wish you a good journey and all success.
You never told me your name.
Bazdev. Osip Alexeyevich Bazdev. Good night.
Good night, and thank you.
Enter. The candidate is here.
Has he considered?
Yes.
Has he considered again and again?
Yes.
Is he prepared?
Yes.
In body, mind, and heart?
Yes.
Let the candidate enter. From what are you come hither?
From the evil of the world, from the evil in myself.
Why have you, who do not believe in the light and the truth, come here?
I come to seek them.
What do you seek? Is it wisdom? Is it virtue? Is it enlightenment?
I seek regeneration.
Truly you seek it?
Yeah.
With all your heart and all your soul?
Yeah.
Who among us sent you to us?
Osip Alexeyevich Bazdeev.
Come with me. Whatever happens, endure if you wish to become one of us.
Symbolizes strength and purity. You must try never, never to stain it. With the trowel, toil to eradicate from your heart all traces of vice or vicious feelings. As to the white gloves, the significance of the first pair you may never know. The second you must wear to all meetings of this lodge. The third pair you will see fit a woman's hand. Give them only to the woman you hold above all others, the one you select to be your worthy helpmeet. But take care, dear brother, never to deck hands that are unclean.
Sic transit gloria mundi.
Study our signs and our mysteries till they are familiar to you as your own hand. In our temple, we recognize no other degrees but those between vice and virtue. Beware of making distinctions that transgress equality. Fly to your brother's aid wherever he may be. Praise him that hath fallen. Never harbor anger or enmity against thy brother. Be kind and courteous. Forgive thine enemies. Return good for evil. Thus shalt thou recover traces of the ancient dignity that thou hast lost. Thou hast become one of us.
Hey, Michelle. The regiment has a dance tonight. Are you coming?
What are we going to do for girls?
Don't worry. We're bringing some in from the next village.
No, you're quite wrong. I think the two emperors will get on better than they imagine.
The noble soul of Alexander and the practical mind of Napoleon. It's a beautiful fusion.
It is a chemistry that may ensure the peace for a long time to come.
The peace to come. Let French and Russians drink to that.
Nikolai, what on earth are you doing in Tilsit? Come in.
I seem to be intruding.
No, not at all. We're just entertaining our opposite numbers on the French staff. Here, let me introduce you.
Don't bother. I wanted a word with you, that's all.
Well, can't you wait? As you see, I have guests, and if you won't stay... French! There's no need for that. What was it you wanted?
Doesn't matter.
Don't be silly. Excuse me a moment. I'll be back. Well, how is everyone at home?
Very well. Your mother sends her love.
Ah, thank you. When were you there?
I left about a month ago.
Did you come to Tilsit to catch a glimpse of the great man?
Who, Bonaparte?
The Emperor Napoleon.
He'll always be Bonaparte to me. I don't know how you can stand having these French around.
The two emperors meet tomorrow in the river Niemen on a raft to sign a truce. We've got to get used to one another. We're no longer enemies.
Well, I find it very hard to get used to. But then, I'm not on the staff.
What was it you wanted to see me about?
Our squadron commander, Denisov, is facing a court-martial.
What for?
He commandeered a food wagon that was intended for HQ. He shared the food out among the men. They'd had no rations for 3 weeks.
It's a foolish thing to do.
He's a first-rate officer and brave as you like. It's the sort of thing he would do. But a court-martial would have to find him guilty.
What can I do?
I persuaded him to petition the Tsar. I've got it here. Well, you know so many people close to the Tsar. I thought you could find a way of getting it to him.
His Majesty is very strict on such points. I think it would be better not to bring it to His Majesty's attention, but to apply directly to the Corps Commander.
If I'd wanted to apply to the Corps Commander, I wouldn't have come here. Do you want to help or not?
Well, of course I do. I'm only trying to think of a way of helping your friend.
Boris, come here, will you?
Wait a minute. I'll be back.
This is a meeting too long delayed.
I, too, am delighted. I hope it will be the first of many.
Europe cannot afford to have Russia and France at each other's throats. There is no sense to it. There is no conflict of interest of which I am aware that cannot be settled amicably.
For our part, we are ready to do all we can to assist the peace of Europe.
Sire, as a token of the affection in which my people hold yours, allow me to confer upon your Majesty's person the Légion d'honneur.
Putting medals on each other now, marvelous, isn't it? Still, they don't have to do the bloody fighting, do they?
What right have you to criticize the Emperor?
Well, I was only saying.
You've got no right to say. We're soldiers, not diplomats. It's our duty to die when we're commanded, not to be judges. If we were to judge and argue over everything, where would we be? There'd be nothing left sacred. No God, nothing.
Pierre! What a surprise, what a surprise. Where have you come from?
Oh, visiting my estates, an inspection tour. I found myself near Bogocharovo, sir. It's good to see you. Wonderful, wonderful. Are you well? Recovered?
Oh, yes.
I was so sorry to hear about Lisa. How's the child?
Nikolai, he's well. He's at Bald Hills with Maria. Let's go up to the house.
Oh, no, it's such a fine day. Let's sit here. You're building, I see.
Yes, I decided to come and live at Bogocharovo. It's always been a favorite place of mine. But it needs a lot of work. Anton, bring some wine, will you, please?
Well. So you didn't go back into the army?
After Austerlitz? No. I shall never serve with the Russian army again. They're all a pack of careerist fools, myself included. We should leave such things to people who understand them, like Bonaparte.
Ha! You mean the Emperor, Napoleon?
If that's what people are calling him now, it makes no difference. But what about you? You're married, I hear.
Yes. Yes, that's all over now, finished. Heard about the duel, I suppose?
Yes. You had to go through that, too.
Yes.
I only thank God that I didn't kill the man.
Why? To kill a vicious dog isn't a crime?
No, but to kill a man is. I think that's the worst evil one can do, take another man's life.
I don't see it. I know of only two real evils in life, remorse and illness. The only good is the absence of both of them.
Oh, no, I can't agree with you. That's such a negative outlook. I mean, to live with the sole object of avoiding evil. And I used to do that myself, but not anymore. At least I try not to now. Now, at least I try to live for other people.
You have the enthusiasm of a convert.
Well, why not?
What is it that you've been converted to?
You won't laugh?
No, of course not.
I'm a Freemason. I know. It sounds ridiculous, but I can't tell you, Andre, what it's done for me. You know, I sank to my lowest level after the duel. I didn't know which way to turn.
Yes, I can understand that.
I lived only for myself. But now I live for others. I have found true peace.
And who are these others?
My serfs, for instance. I never even thought of helping them. They live in squalor, they die of curable diseases. They know no rest day or night. For instance, I've just come back from my estates, and I can't tell you. I was appalled at what I saw.
Oh, well, if you must have an occupation, doing good will do as well as any other.
Ah, that's cynical. You don't believe that, really, do you?
Well, I can see you want an argument. All right, drink up. Let's walk a little.
The great thing is that I know for certain that the enjoyment of doing good is the only true happiness in life.
Your happiness? So you're back to living for yourself again, which isn't so far from what I was saying.
No, you're twisting everything. Listen, just listen. That I enjoy doing good is one thing. That other people benefit is something else, much, much greater.
Well, let's take a look at it. You talk of schools.
Yes.
You want to lift the peasant out of his animal existence, when in my view, animal existence is the only possible happiness.
It's awful thought, dreadful.
You want to make him like me without giving him my means.
No, not at all. You don't understand. Listen.
Then you say lighten his toil.
Yes.
But physical labor is as essential to him as intellectual labor is to us, and hospitals.
What's wrong with the hospitals?
One peasant has a seizure and is dying. You want to patch him up so he can drag on as a cripple for the next 10 years, a burden to himself and to others.
How on earth can you live with such ideas? What point is there in your life, then?
To get through it, with as little pain to oneself and hurt to others.
Oh, well, just sit back without stirring, without embarking on anything, then.
Life won't leave one in peace. My father's been put in charge of recruiting in this area and insists that I help him.
And then you are in the service after all.
Yes.
Why?
My father's a remarkable man. But he's so used to unlimited power that he can sometimes be cruel. I'm the only person he'll listen to.
So you're there to mitigate his effect for the benefit of other people?
No, for his own good. He doesn't like himself at such times. You want to liberate the serfs. I too. But not for their sake. For the sake of the serf owners, who are themselves brutalized by too much power.
No! No, 1,000 times no. Never believe that. Never! Never believe that. So you say, get through life as best one can without hurting others. All right. But one can do more. Our brotherhood of Freemasonry, we can do more. We can help beautify life instead of just accepting its brutality.
You behold the reign of goodness and truth on earth. I don't.
Do you believe in the future life?
I don't know.
Can you think it possible that our life here on earth is the end of all things? I can't believe it. I don't believe it. I can't. I feel in my soul as though I'm part of that vast, harmonious whole we call the universe. You do as well, but you won't admit it.
No, I won't admit it. How can I? When someone who is dear to you and whom you have wronged by not showing her that dearness suddenly ceases to exist for no reason, vanishes. Well, it's a delusion to believe that she exists somewhere forgiving you.
No. No, her forgiveness is in the child. She left you. and in all the possibilities of good that are in you to do.
My dear friend, you must live again, in spite of the past, and love again.
That is man's task on earth, to live and to love. And once he does that, he becomes a part of that vast, harmonious whole. Look up there. That infinity of sky. Look. Can you look at it and think that our lives will end here on earth? No. No. You and I are links in a vast invisible chain, the beginnings of which are hidden somewhere in that lofty sky.
I saw that sky at Austerlitz. I haven't seen it since, until now. Ah, if only you were right, my friend, in the things you say.
I am. I believe it.
Well, perhaps.